East Texas Symphony Orchestra has a show coming up. So joining us in the studio today, we have Richard Lee to share all of those exciting details. Good morning. He's tuning his instrument as we speak. He's ready.
It's cold. It keeps going to the tune. Ready is a strong word, but I have my instrument here. And as you and maybe some of your viewers know, I'm a conductor, but for this concert on Saturday at Cowan Center, I'm playing. There's a guest conductor.
Right on.
And the staff said, hey, we still want you to come, Tyler, even though there's going to be guest conductors. So I thought about that for a minute and said, all right, I'll play. So I thought I'd bring my viola. And it is a viola, it's not a violin. It is slightly larger and fatter and lower. So what it translates to is a kind of a lower,
register.
It's more melancholy sound, some would say, than a violin or a fiddle, right?
Well, sometimes it's good to convey that.
Oh, that's me. I'm melancholy. I mean, you know, I don't need the hyper chirpy violin sound. I prefer this quite a bit. Yeah.
So what are the differences between the two? You said it's lower. It's a little bit bigger.
It's a little bit bigger. The technique is essentially the same. There are quite a few people who can do both. I started on the violin, and then I switched over to the viola just because I like the sound better. And it's a little bit bigger, so for someone with a big hand and a big frame, it's kind of a more comfortable instrument, whereas a violin sort of seems kind of small when you play it if you're big. So, yeah, but it's the same.
What pieces will people be hearing that attend this concert on the weekend? Maybe the example. Yeah.
That one? So we're doing the William Tell Overture, which contains what's now commonly known as the Lone Ranger theme, but the Strauss, so a waltz, piece by the Waltz King, some Beethoven, and a Mozart concerto. It's a classical show, but it's very light and accessible classical music. It's going to be fun. And, you know, as an added bonus, I want to emphasize they get to hear me. Well, hopefully they won't hear me, in fact, because if they hear me, then I've really messed up. But they get to see me and sense that I'm playing in the masses that is the orchestra. Yeah. Great.
And then how many other members are performing with you?
The orchestra, again, is about the standard size. I would say about 70 or so. Yeah.
And this includes all sorts of instruments?
This includes all sorts of instruments, all acoustic instruments from winds, brass, percussion, and string instruments such as this one.
Great, very cool.
So you do, the violin and this, and any other instruments?
I started playing the piano when I was young, and I did that quite seriously. That was my primary instrument for a very long time. When I went to college, because I thought I wanted to be a music teacher, I took sort of semesters of all sorts of instruments, so clarinet, and trumpet, and string bass, and all these sorts of things. Is sort of a part of the requirement for being a teacher is you have to take these secondary instruments, called. So don't ask me to play those, but theoretically I should know enough to teach like a middle school kid how to play those instruments.
Very
if
cool.
I ever need to do that.
Very cool. Would you like to play a little something?
What's your favorite song? I'm at your beck and call.
Right?
Or composer. Pop, jazz.
What do you like, Kristen?
I like everything.
Choice?
I like
You
everything.
want to do a little Bach? Or maybe Beethoven?
Bach. Well, whatever. I mean, the thing is, an instrument can play anything. What I like about being a musician is, you know, when I'm bored, instead of clicking on the TV, no offense to TV, I love the TV. I love the TV. But every once in a while, you know, once you get to a certain level, you just say, I want to play this, I want to play that.
Right.
It's
well, it activates the creative portion of your mind, which is wonderful.
Absolutely.
Concert, where can we find out more about that?
ETSO.org is always the best source of information, but this Saturday at the Cowan Center.
Cowan Center, Saturday.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We have that on our website as well. We're going to take a quick news break with our sister station. Don't go anywhere.